I'm the consigliere of the Sudano clan. I have the privilege to speak on behalf of the family. My time, while I'm honored to speak the last words about an awesome lady, I know that I've been given an impossible task. Sure, make the Jew do it. How can I possibly tell you everything her daughters would like said about their mom? It's impossible. So I will be brief. She was born Letizia Giovanna Macari. When she started school, she had to learn to speak English. Grandma could make a hell of an S cookie, but she no speak it English. When Lee was 17, she won a beauty pageant. First prize, closed for a year. No surprise that Lee won. With her ever-present smile and her body of a pinup girl, Lee never lost her figure. All of your women are allowed to be jealous. She wore the same dress size her last week as she wore when she won the beauty pageant. At age 19, the hottest girl in town fell for the James Dean bad boy, Anthony Lawrence Sudano, also known as Uncle Larry, Tony, and a name given with love, Vito. You Italians sure have a lot of names. Anthony, Tony, Larry, Vito was the love of her life. He was like a tornado, fun to watch, but if you got too close, the boat would fall on you too. He was an accident waiting to happen. He was an adventurer, called every name in the book but boring. Tony and Lee always found time to have fun. They danced every chance they had. They were life of the party. Good thing we still have a test. Tony and Lee were blessed with 4 daughters. Tony Ann was first. I just wanted to mention her by name because I'm afraid of her. It's been 25 years since Lee lost her husband. As always, Lee was graceful and strong for her family. Whether in physical or mental pain, Lee always smiled to make everyone feel more comfortable. Lee was a talented and hard worker. She was a dog groomer, a realtor, a brilliant businesswoman, but above all, Lee was a great mother. I met the Sudanos in 1981. We shared a common wall in a workplace. Their door was always open, and they were happy to make room at the dinner table. When Lee heard that Deanna and I were not going to be with our family on one holiday, we're adopted into this big, crazy Italian family. It's been a hell of a roller coaster ride, from baptisms to weddings and funerals. The author of the poem, A Toast to a Woman, must have known Lee. She is an inspiration. She is dignity. She is courage. She is strength. She can teach by her wisdom and lead by her grace. She is a warrior. She is a goddess. She is everything in between. She is laughter. She is vibrant. She always radiates life. She is real. She is tenderness. She is hope. She is a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, an aunt, a sister, a best friend. She is beautiful. She is amazing. She is you. Lee was lucky enough to be blessed with another name, Baga. A name given by a loved one, a grandchild that becomes a badge of love and honor. I realize many of you are surprised by Baga's death. You all knew how tough she was. One more surgery and Lee Memorial is going to name a wing after her. The family is not surprised. Her husband, her brother, and her grandson all died on the 6th. Lee said she too would join her husband on the 6th. I hope you don't mind if I steal little Frank Sinatra. Bunch of New Yorkers, Italians, no problem. And now the end is here, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I lived a life that's full. I travel each and every highway. And much more than this, I did it mine. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw through without intention. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I surely do when I was a bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, I stood it all, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it also amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not the shy way, I did it my way. There's so much more I could tell you, but Lee planned her last party. Eulogy-Lee Sudano, Baga, you died a wealthy woman, surrounded by people that respect him. You preached family, and look at your legacy. See how your children have stuck together. Look at how your girls try to emulate you and pass on to their children what you have taught them. Look at how they're following in your footsteps. You taught them well. Family. On behalf of the family, we know you're dancing with Dad. Give our love to Grandma and Michael. Bye, God. You are inside each of us for eternity. Bye, God, we love you. We want to say thank you for everything. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Eulogy-Lee Sudano with my aunt. I'm up here because I felt a push, or perhaps a nudge, to say a few things to all of you. That nudge, I believe, came in part because of my grandmother. Mark, nothing personal, but she told me, you can't let the Jewish man be the only person. She also told me that if you're willing to convert, you can forego what I have to say. Is it an option? At work, I have a saying, what gets measured gets done. Can you hear me in the back? What gets measured gets done. I think it's just as applicable outside of work, and perhaps worded slightly different. What's important to you is what you achieve. There was nothing more important to Aunt Lee than her family. This was true when it came to her sister and her brothers, especially her little brother. By the way, that statement, little brother, still puts me into a mental blur because he's my father and little about I know that my aunt loved her daughters and the bond that they had more than anything else. When I arrived at the hospital shortly after Aunt Lee passed, I knew she was smiling and happy. She was happy not only because all four of her children were physically together, but more importantly because they were emotionally there to support one another. It's that kind of family that was important to her. I think maybe there's a theme here between what Mark had to say and what I'm writing. The other day, someone said to me, I hope she knows how thankful I am for all that she did for me. I don't feel like I told her often enough how thankful I was. Let me say, I for one have no doubt that regardless of what name you call her, Aunt Lee, Baga, Mom, or sister, she never once felt she wasn't appreciated, that her love was mutual. On one of her last email
are my people, and I love them. Now, I know that many of you are comforted, thinking the dynamic duo of Aunt Lee and Uncle Larry are reunited. Well, I have to be honest. I don't think that happened just yet. It will, but not yet, because I believe, regardless of all the advance notice, he ran out of gas. And Aunt Lee is sitting there, waiting and saying to herself, what the heck have I gotten myself into? I would just like to say on behalf of all of us, Aunt Lee, Bob, and Mom, and Sis, we love you and we love all that you have done over the years to make our family immediate and distant, related by blood or close, as related by blood or not, as close as a family can be. Finally, my grandmother just whispered in my ear again. She told me to tell that Jewish man, thank you for all those kind words and for summarizing in one sentence the essence of Aunt Lee when you wrote, in honor of Lee, please give someone a